What's going on, everybody? We are back with a brand new video, and I actually came across this. I saw that Two Raw had done a video about this, and I thought I would chime in as well with my 2 cents on this. So shout out to that brother for kind of bringing this to our attention. And if you hadn't already, definitely head over to his channel. Give him a subscribe if you are a real basketball fan and want to learn about a lot of the historical and sometimes overlooked, forgotten greats, and learn about the game from a historical aspect. His channel is one of the places to go. Definitely check him out on a daily basis. But anyway, so 7-time NBA champion Robert Horry is on, I guess it's the Lakers. I don't know if he does pregame as well, but I know he's been on the Lakers postgame broadcast. And he said some things that a lot of us have been thinking already in terms of the LeBron Lakers and their style of play, and in particular how his style of play, the La system, if you will, is detrimental to the team. And that was on display for the world to see in game 2. And granted, Darvin Ham and AD himself, for not being more assertive in demanding the basketball, share some culpability in what happened. But if you've got a guy who's got 32 points through 3 quarters and he only gets one shot in the final period, you know that if your point guard is an extension of the coach, and your point guard who always says that I make the right play, and he loves to go on his propaganda cast and talk about his basketball IQ, well, then it would stand to reason that you would recognize that and you want to keep feeding the proverbial beast. But let me not ramble on. I'm going to let you hear what Robert Horry said. So here were Robert Horry's comments after game 2 of the Lakers-Nuggets series.
Second game of a team that has your number.
Yeah.
I think for me, the first thing I ever learned when I got in this league, Olajuwon came to me and it's like, keep it simple. Down the stretch, the Lakers didn't keep it simple. What I mean by that is on the offensive end. They started to do all these little screens and all these trickeries to try to get the mismatch. You know what a mismatch was? AD on the post. And when they didn't start going to AD on the post, one shot in the fourth quarter, he had 32 points going into the fourth. And for me, you have to understand mismatches. LeBron is 39. Yes, he is one of the best players ever to play this game. He had no advantage tonight. That ISO at the top got them in trouble. You know why? Denver was able to rest on the defensive end. They sat there and they waited on LeBron to make his move, and then they went in. I love LeBron to death, but to me, that's not winning basketball. If you break going downhill like that, I am fine with it. But when you get it stationary at top, and I know people are going to kill me for saying this because I'm talking about LeBron James, it's basketball. Go to the first half. Did we have that in the first half with LeBron icing at the top? No, we did not. We had D'Lo. Even though D'Lo saved with some threes, the ball was moving. AD was in the post. You was giving it to him in a stationary position where he can make his move. There's a lot of things that went on in this game. You can bring the subs on the coaching staff. You can blame LeBron, ISO, and you can blame AD for not taking the ball in the post. There's so many things you can point out. And when you in a playoff game and you have a league like that, you don't need to be fancy on the offensive end. Just be simple. Get it to the mismatch. You had Jokic, who's on a bum knee ankle. He couldn't play.
5 times in a row down the stretch.
And AD was cooking, but then you go away from it. To me, you got to understand, it ain't about me. It's about we in the playoffs, and you got to go to the advantage. And AD in the second half, who had the advantage throughout the first half, we totally forgot about him.
And there you have it. And quite frankly, Big Shot Bob said a lot of things that a lot of us have been thinking, some have voiced, but due to the media arm of Clutch Sports, aka the La Media, who has unfortunately the sports media discourse in a stranglehold, Unfortunately, you don't hear things like this. And Turok said it, and I noticed it myself even last year, or when they had Russell Westbrook. If it was just AD or AD and Westbrook, the offense and the team looked a lot better. They played better basketball. The ball didn't stick. As the late great Steve Snapper Jones would say, they had more ball movement and player movement, and the basketball just looked a lot better and it was more effective. But of course, when LeBron gets back, he's got to have his touches, and the system is. It only benefits one person in the system. Everyone else is minimized, while one person is maximized. Did you ever wonder how 21 years and all the superstars that he's played with, you hear, I know I'm going off on a little tangent, but I'm going to land the plane on this one. But you see when these guys team up, you will see so many times that there'll usually be somewhat of a decrease in terms of shots and things of that nature to integrate these other stars into the offense. And only one guy where you've never seen that happen. Everyone else will sacrifice, but not him. You know what he's like? He reminds me of, for those of you who are young enough and saw the original Independence Day, LeBron and the system, they're like the aliens from Independence Day when the president was talking about when he saw their plan, and he was talking about how they travel from planet to planet, consuming every natural resource, and once they've sucked it dry, they move on to the next one. That's how he is with teams, players, and franchises. He goes from team to team. He depletes all of the resources, in the case draft capital, the talents of the other players, for his benefit. And then when there's nothing left, when players start to, if there's injury or it looks like it's going to be tough, he moves on to another team. And that's exactly what it is. But again, you saw it last night. If somebody's got 32 points, and granted, it is on AD as well. But if you're touting this IQ that you have and you make the right play, you don't see that. But as we've seen so many times, and he and his sycophants, they back this up. It's all about numbers. Remember, if you recall, this is the same dude who said, well, I'm averaging a triple-double in the finals. As you're getting blown out of the gym, you're down 3-0. The same dude who wore a shirt that said, check my stats. The same that they have turned the conversation that used to be around winning and team success in just to the accumulation of statistics. That's how they're attempting to hijack the greatness conversation. But yeah, Robert Horry is right, and hopefully they don't snatch him off the air, or somebody gets to him and all of a sudden you see him pull a 180. That's how you'll be able to tell if there's really something to it. If in a week or two Robert Horry pulls a complete 180 on what he just said, then you know that there's a legenda going on and somebody's got to him. They done whispered in his ear. But said, I don't want to go on too much more about this. We'll see what happens in Game 3. But what did you think about the comments of one Mr. Robert Horry? Let us know in the comments section. I said, I perfectly agree with him. Anybody who's ever watched the Lakers over the past 6 seasons can attest to what Robert Horry is saying is exactly the truth. But let us know what you think. And we'll be back with more videos real soon. Once again, thank you for spending a few moments with us. And as always, tell the ones that you love them. Peace.